I can only give you 20 minutes, right? Because, right, you know how they say, I need room for other people to share. No, but, damn, that's a good question. I mean, there's a lot of things that can be changed, but I personally can't change it because I don't have money. But, like, I was watching this thing last night, a documentary, and saying that billionaires, people such as, like, Bill Gates and Ralph Lauren, things of that nature, they have billions of dollars. And to them, a little 100,000 don't mean nothing. Yeah. But to us in the community, that'll mean a lot. And like you put $100,000 in a community like this, that'll help out a great deal. Because if you notice, like on this avenue alone, we work on an avenue where all the clothing stores and all of that, they say no food and drinks in the store. All right, that's acceptable. But then they sell you pizza and they sell you all kind of food, but you're not allowed with it in the avenue. But then if you go outside and look, all the trash is out there because there's not one single trash can on this one avenue alone. So
wow.
Not one trash can on this whole avenue. So you figure, dang, all they had to do was
put a trash can.
Put a couple of trash cans in and have the city pick it up like they do on other avenues. They don't even do that here.
Well, you made a valid point. I think that like the scales are not balanced, and I hope that in the future it does balance out a little bit better because I feel like some people have so much, and then some people in communities like this have so little. And it's like if you will only give back, like he's saying, that 100,000 is nothing to you. If you have billions, that's like 10% of your earnings, or maybe even less.
Me personally, like, you know, coming from where I came from and then, you know, where I'm at now, I mean, to me, my blessing is that, you know, I live for the day. So I don't take nothing for granted. Like, my past is my past, so whatever I did in the past, I leave it in the past. So I try to, like, with my boys, like, I try to, like, let them know that you don't have to learn through your own mistakes.
How old are your boys?
23, 21, and I got a 17-year-old
Oh my God, you got
daughter.
big boys. He looks so young. That's good.
42 years young.
What is the hottest sneaker out? What's the hottest sneaker out that everybody's
actually,
getting right
now? The most selling sneaker is not the Stan Smith, no. It's the 2009s or the 24/7.
Come on, let's see. I want to see what it looks like.
They're right now.
Oh, these are very futuristic looking.
And they have multiple colors.
Check out that price tag. People pay for this in this recession. This is your hottest selling shoe for $155.
But you gotta keep in mind, you in the ghetto, people rather look good and not have money in their pocket.
Talk about it. Hey, look, say that one more time.
I said, you're in the ghetto. They rather look good and not have money in their pocket. Big Pun said it best, looking fresh with no ends.
Woo! We ain't even gotta say no more.
Here's a perfect example. You know how many people I see come up in here and they driving the Benz, 22-inch rims or Acuras and stuff like that, and they living in a freaking row home or something like that, or not even owning a row, like renting something. Like, come on, man. Why not be like the white man and just sit there, drive an old busted Chevy, but pull up in a mansion somewhere in Cherry Hill?
Have some money for your retirement and stuff like that.
They think it's for today. It's like, you know, everything gotta have big old rims. You see a minivan with 22s, and they spinning, nigga. They spinning. You remember Christmas? They spinning, nigga.
Oh God, this was so much fun. From that again.
No, seriously, they're not trying to pay the price for nothing. They're trying to look real good and want top of the line shoes, but they don't want to pay the top of the line. It's like, here's a
So what you tell them 155 and they be like, I'll give you 135.
Oh, can I get them for 145? I was here last week. Like,
so what do you do in a situation like that? Do you just say no, or do you
go shop around? There's 8 other sneaker stores on this one avenue alone.
If they go to a big name store for a Louis Vuitton bag or some Prada shoes, they're not going to finagle them. But they come in their neighborhood and finagle
and
there.
That's exactly.
Instead of spending the $500 that you bought for the Prada shoes in your neighborhood.
And here's another thing, like when you go to like Old Navy, Polo Shop, all them stores, and you go up to the counter, you don't sit there and try to nickel and dime them. You don't try to say,
That's
can I get this? Look, I'm getting 4 shirts. No, they want to do that here all the time. I'm so used to it.
And you know what? That sucks, you guys. When you come into your community, support your community, because you're feeding, you're helping families in your community stay above water, and everybody's making ends meet. You know, instead of going into a store that's already established like Macy's and Bloomingdale, support your local stores. Come on, you guys. You guys have money to buy, like he said, $150 to $5 pair of shoes. Buy it from your community. Buy it in your own hood. They're there.
They'll go buy the Aki. $70 for them drinks.
Can't fire him. We need him for the rest of this.
So
we need him for the rest of this. I'm from Pennsylvania originally. I was born in Philadelphia, raised in Ardmore, but now I live in New York and I've been in the Bronx. So I've been in New York about 14 years.
Yeah, that Boogie Down Bronx. That's where I'm from. 160th and Sheridan Avenue.
Okay, that's right by Yankee Stadium.
Mm-hmm. 4 or 5 blocks.
So how did you get the Philly?
Yankees, you hear that, Nelson? My mom moved here in '83, so I've been here a lot longer though.
Okay, so you left the Bronx right when hip hop was like really taking off almost a lot.
No,
so
we was b-boying as a kid.
That's
back
what I was gonna say. You were there like at the start of it.
From '79, '80, '81, '82. We used to like jump on a train. And we had, back in the days, we used to walk around with linoleums.
Okay.
Linoleums, remember the...
So you could break dance on certain pavement.
But we take it to like the Ritz.
Okay.
And the Waldorf in front, and they see us, damn, and they throw a little change in there. We come home with like $40, $50, about 4 or 5 of us. And that was a lot of money, because you only like 11, 12 years old, $10, $11 a day. You more than eating.
Well, I'm glad you brought this up. We're also shooting for YouTube's Life in a Day. YouTube is, like I said, YouTube is compiling footage from people all over the world to make a feature-length film of what it is like to live on the earth on July 24th, 2010. Now, I think that they should preserve hip-hop in the time capsule. I don't think you could tell the history of human beings on July 4th, 2010, 200 years from now, without mentioning hip-hop.
But see,
with civilization.
Hip hop is not something you can put in a time capsule, because hip hop is a way of life. It's not something you can dig in there. It's a way of life. No, it's not. I don't know. What can you actually say that represents hip hop that you're gonna bury in a time capsule and dig up 200 years? It won't resemble nothing. They ain't gonna know what it really means.
Right. So what would you put in a time capsule to send into the future? To maybe make life better for them, or
the movie Beat Street. Rainbow. It got Africa Bombada. It got
Ramon.
That was awesome. You don't know nothing about that, young boy.
And the Christmas rap.
Stay in your lane. Stay in your lane.
Wait a minute. Then it wasn't the subway battle scene.
That wasn't the. I think the best scene was the one with the Force MDs, when Dougie Fresh came out from in between the boy's legs and he started doing a beatbox.
Oh, that was the Christmas rap.
Jingle, and jingle for the pole. That was a joint.
Yep.
I remember that. I got it on DVD. Special K, Kumo D, and Sunshine.
Yep, LA Sunshine. Yep. Awesome.
You don't know that one, Nelson.
Not one trash can on this block. It's like they wanted to stay messed up. I'm at Germantown in Erie, and this is the busiest shopping area for this North Philly area, aside from, I think the only other area that's more shopping is 52nd Street, and that's in West Philly, and we're on the north side right now. Hopefully we'll make it over to the west side to show you what's going on the west side. This is my old neighborhood. This is where I grew up, y'all. This is crazy. It looks so different. This is the house that I grew up in, y'all. This is where I grew up. I want to walk up to the front door, but I can't. This is like where I grew up at. 131 East Spring Avenue. This is my old house, y'all. I gotta get out. This is my house that I grew up in. This is where I was born and where I grew up until I moved to Cali at the age of like 7 years old. I used to play in this yard. That back room right there, that used to be where I used to always, that was my room in the back. Sometimes, at one point it was too many of us living in here and I had to live in the basement. You know, we used to always sit out on the front porch and just chill. You know, this is crazy coming back here. This is so weird. It's like, everything feels so small, like coming back here, you know? But this is the house where I grew up at. You know, when we lived here, it didn't look like this, though. It was a little bit more manicured. It looked a little bit better when we lived here. This is my hometown right here. This is Ardmore, Pennsylvania. Like Will Smith said, he bought his mother a house on the outskirts of Philly. Don't be silly. This is the place to be. The suburbs of Philly. Ardmore, Pennsylvania. This is my hometown. Had many a fight in the top lot right there. That's where everybody used to go for their fist fights right there.
Did you win or lose?
I always won my fights. Well, everything looks so different. This little strip is just like where all the black people live in the whole town.